Nothing in life is free. Not the memes, images, and never-ending stories on TikTok. I need you to understand this. If it doesn't cost you money, it must cost you something else. So ask yourself, what exactly is at stake? Where are the hidden charges? Times have changed. Attention is a new currency. Want to see some twerking on TikTok? You pay attention. See your friends' stories on Instagram? You pay more attention. YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, it's all the same game. But how do big tech companies and influencers make billions off of you? By taking your most valuable resource, most of the times without you even knowing it. Pay me some attention and I'll show you. Remember this, in any economy, scarce commodities have always been sought after and paid for. And here's a brief history on the evolution of economies. And listen up, because this is important. In the agrarian age, people were concerned primarily about food and survival, and limited productive land made it the scarce commodity then. But as the world transitioned to the industrial age, machines could produce even more food on that same plot of land. So human labor then became the scarce commodity. Skilled and unskilled labor built, operated, and maintained machines to drive the economy forward. But by the 20th century, there was a surplus of labor and machines. People had a surplus of food and products that people could never consume in multiple lifetimes, but factory owners still needed to make money. That's when marketing and advertising came to the forefront to convince people to buy things they didn't really need. Getting adequate information to make the right decisions and conveying information through marketing became the next scarce commodity. But the big problem with the information age is that, as we saw with the surplus of food in the 20th century, we're also seeing a surplus of information now. It's not the information itself that's valuable. There's too much supply. So do you get it now? It's your attention. That's the limited resource. As we advanced as humans through the ages, money and resources simply moved from the key players of one economy to another. In the agrarian economy, wealth moved to landowners and farmers, and in the industrial age, wealth moved from landowners to the labor and machine owners. And in the information age, money moved to the pockets of centralized media in Hollywood. And now, money goes to decentralized influencers and the platforms that host them. Every media outlet, tech company, and influencer knows this, and they try to convince us to spend our attention on them. Over time, creators have researched and found ways to get our attention and hold it as long as possible. It's a business, and rest assured, there are people behind the scenes pulling the strings, finding innovative ways to keep your attention for longer and longer hours. Sure, this may not be a shocker. In fact, economists have known about this since the late 90s and were the first to coin the term the attention economy. In 1997, Michael Goldhaber identified that the global economy is shifting from a material-based economy to an attention-based economy.
You have fucking morons out there doing nothing on vlogs, talking shit and being complete losers. But because people watch it, because they get attention, they're millionaires. Attention is the currency of the modern world.
In the attention economy, attention is not only a resource, but a currency. Users pay for a service with their attention, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or any so-called free social media. And here's a little insight. When we pay attention to one thing, we deplete our budget of mental resources so that we have less attention available to spend elsewhere. What makes attention so valuable is that it's limited. Economist Herbert Simon described attention as a bottleneck in human thought. In other words, a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. This explains why we see thirst traps, clickbait, and literally anything to get your attention. And once they do, they can slowly manipulate, feed, and sell you ideas, thoughts, and products. If you're lucky enough to get a lot of attention, you're a celebrity of one sort or another. And we all know that celebrities have little trouble getting paid. Just think of the millions of dollars that go to movie stars, athletes, or even leading politicians that raise millions of dollars from their autobiographies. There's little mystery why this is possible. Fans are willing to do anything for celebrities, wait in long lines, go to expensive concerts, and yes, follow them on social media and pay them attention. Then it should come as no surprise that fans are also willing to pay celebrities when they decide to start a new fashion line or online course. Many celebrities and influencers start fashion and beauty companies now valued at billions of dollars. I'm talking about Yeezy by Ye, Fenty by Rihanna, Jordans by Michael Jordan, and the list goes on and on. The name of the game is to get your attention, create a community of shared interests and beliefs, and then convert this attention to money by creating a product or subscription service to sell you. And the thing is that the product or service doesn't have to be any good. The most recent example of this is Andrew Tate. He became a mainstream popular social media influencer through his ideas on masculinity and money. And his online course, Hustlers University, has monetized 100,000 subscribers at $50 a month per subscriber. I'll let you do the math on how much he's making a month, but it's a shit ton. And if you're interested in how he did this and how you can too, check out this video. Yeah, it's true. We don't make shit in this country anymore. The American economy is a consumer-oriented economy, with 70% of US GDP coming from consumer spending.
Consumer spending accounts for nearly 70% of economic activity in the United States.
Of course, the attention economy would thrive here. And the attention economy has manifested recently into its ultimate form, the NFT.
$69 million.
So what's behind this latest craze?
That is the question to ask.
And here's why. Starting an NFT project is very much like starting a business. And for an NFT project to be successful, the developer's team needs to get people's attention. That's why you see them pay multiple millions of dollars for celebrity shoutouts, even though those projects end in disaster. But that's not really the point of the NFT. The point of the NFT is to monetize people's attention by not really providing any real value. If you're a celebrity, of course you could cash in on NFTs by creating your own. And if you don't want to create your own, that's okay. Use your celebrity and rent your brand to NFT projects that want more attention. A perfect example of a group that went all in on the attention economy and created their own NFT are the Nelk Boys. For those of you who don't know, the Nelk Boys are a group of Canadian social media influencers with 7 million subscribers on YouTube and 4 million followers on Instagram. Of course, you know what this means by now. They have a lot of attention. They have the attention of many people who listen to them and are ready to follow them through their content, merch drops, and of course, NFT launches. In an attention economy where attention can equal money, what do you really need to do? You have to find a way to convert attention into cash. And even before the NFT project began, Nelk Boys were already printing money from their brand. Despite being demonetized on YouTube for their crazy antics, Nelk and its Full Send brand have become a full-blown media empire. And according to a new report, they pulled in over $70 million in 1 year from selling their own merch. In other words, they have enough capital and attention to launch almost any business. And they decided to check out NFTs. By January 19, 2022, they launched their NFT project called a Full Send Metacard NFT. And only 12 hours after launch, 121,000 members and fans joined their associated Slack channel. And Nelk, more impressive than anything, made $23 million in less than 10 minutes. That's more than $2 million per minute. That's fucking crazy. This project achieved so much in so little time because it dominated in attention and hype. To be fair, it remains to be seen whether the NFT will generate any real value, but one thing is certain: the attention economy is real and probably the best way to make money today in the United States. We can all agree that the attention economy is not linked to productivity or products and services that make us better off. But that's simply how things are. We don't value that as a society. We want to be constantly entertained. So it's no surprise that Bad Baby made over $42 million in 1 year as an 18-year-old through her OnlyFans. Yeah, that girl.
How about that?
Bad Baby made more than executives at Google, Facebook, and Apple. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the name of the game is all about creating a community of itchy ears and eyes, getting their attention by giving them content they want to hear and see, and keeping their attention by producing more content and feeding it to them in different flavors. Once you have their attention, sell them anything and they're ready to buy, whether it provides any real value or not. Before, you had Rockefeller and Standard Oil, JP Morgan and his investment bank, and now you have Black China shaking her ass on OnlyFans for $20 million a month. So Wolfpack, here's my advice. Gather as much attention as you can and spend your attention wisely. We are in an attention war, and everyone is fighting to harvest your attention. More attention equals more money, and more money equals more power. Your attention is your power. One wolf to another. Give it to the right people. And like Tony Montana should have said 40 years earlier, first you get the attention, then you get the money, then you get the power. Fade to black. Crowd goes apeshit.